want to begin by complimenting Deputy Billy Kelleher on putting down this particular motion. Indeed, to say that I agree with Deputy Anne Phelan when she says that we don't have a monopoly of concern on this House as far as these particular issues are concerned, and I respect the acknowledgement of the fact that problems exist that came from Deputy Callaghan and Deputy Nash, and indeed even Deputy Buttimer. I think it was accepted through his committee work that there is a particular problem. Deputy Regina Doherty, however, described the whole thing as a puff of smoke. Now, I think the concern that we have across all benches in this House about people who are in receipt of these particular medical cards is not a puff of smoke. It's something that is very genuine and very real. She said that, well, the motion is about an issue, and it's yes. Well, let's be fine. The reality, I think, of the difficulty that we face here is not that there isn't a problem, Minister, but it's the denial on the part of the Taoiseach that there exists a problem, when his own backbenchers clearly come in here and indicate that there are. Now, we may accept that there are 22,000 of the people who had discretionary cards who now have full medical cards. Well, fine. We'll have to look back over the history, I suppose, of the medical card process to see what the transition from discretionary to full medical cards was. But I've seen in my own constituency one little girl with very serious heart conditions in the care of the Jack and Jill Foundation, who had a discretionary medical card for about 4 years from the date of her birth, who had the medical card withdrawn. Now, they appealed, and granted they got the medical card back, but it took 13 months, Minister, to get that medical card back. I raised with you the issue of a young couple where the husband has MS and serious kidney disease. Both of those conditions are progressive. The man had a medical card, discretionary medical card, because of his medical condition. And albeit that his family income went down progressively over the years from 2009 to 2012, his medical card was withdrawn. And any amount of appeals to yourself and to the HSE, well, we've written to yourself, Minister Cannon, well, okay, fair enough. Well, Minister Cannon, on a topical issue here, advised me write to Minister White and we might be able to solve this. Minister Cannon said here topical issues. We've been able to solve some of these issues in the past. Well, we didn't get that particular issue solved. And I was struck today by the press release put out by an absolutely extraordinary individual who is known to all of us in this House, Jonathan Irwin, who, at over 70 years of age and himself not in the best of health, has devoted his life and continues to do so to working for children who are very, very severely medically challenged. And he talks about the Taoiseach's comments in the Dáil today, and he goes on to say the heartless letters being sent out to families of children with severe disabilities as a result of brain damage, precious children under our wing, are an absolute disgrace. The Taoiseach must challenge the HSE and call a halt to this system, which is torturing already stressed parents. Remember, these are parents who simply want to care for their sick children at home, which makes sense medically, financially and morally. The HSE should be embracing these parents and supporting them to look after their child, he said. Instead, parents are receiving cold letters from the HSE in relation to applications for a medical card or GP visit cards. Letters that make no mention of the child and boldly state that your application will be considered closed unless this information is received to support your application within 21 days of the date of this letter. And he goes on to say, my call to the Taoiseach today is simple. Please do the right thing on behalf of these sick children and their parents. Do what the UN Convention on the Human Rights of Children recommends in relation to sick children and their entitlement to medical cards. Fix the broken system so that Ireland's children in most need are granted their medical cards in their own right. If you can't do that immediately, fast-track their applications in the meantime. And he goes on to say, this issue needs the immediate clout and the commitment from the Taoiseach to address it head on, and he believes that Enda Kenny is the man to solve this. Well, I don't know whether the Taoiseach is going to get directly involved. You're the man charged with solving it, and I don't believe that you personally, Minister, would stand over the disgraceful treatment of many people with serious illness across this country. And this is what we're talking about, and it's not a puff of smoke, and I would ask you to take immediate action on it.